achieve things out of mind.
If you are hearing this, you are the resistance, and you are not alone. There are pockets of atoms spread throughout the planet. We are going against the function. The divisive tactics that they use to pit us against each other will be exposed. We are not machines, we are human beings. Join the Atom Effect. Join the movement.
This is the Atom Effect. Achieve things out of mind.
If you are hearing this, you are the resistance, and you are not alone. There are pockets of atoms spread throughout the planet. We are going against the function. The divisive tactics that they use to pit us against each other will be exposed. We are not machines, we are human beings. Join the Atom Effect. Join the movement.
This is the Atom Effect. Achieve things out of mind.
If you are hearing this, you are the resistance, and you are not alone. There are pockets of atoms spread throughout the planet. We are going against the function. The divisive tactics that they use to pit us against each other will be exposed. We are not machines, we are human beings. Join the Atom Effect. Join the movement.
This is the Atom Effect. Achieve things out of mind.
If you are hearing this, you are the resistance, and you are not alone. There are pockets of atoms spread throughout the planet. We are going against the function. The divisive tactics that they use to pit us against each other will be exposed.
Black Adam, yeah. Adam like a cheat, things is looking like it's out of mind. Like when I had my first baby, yeah, her name is Melody. Leave it on the ground, leave it in the leaf. I've been working hard, ain't been getting sleep, Coley. I could barely sleep, darky on the night, Coley Cole's a scary beast, so I barely speak. Life shit is so temporary, but it's necessary. All my shit is so extemporary, niggas won't beef, damn that shit is so unnecessary. This Sigma shit is so hereditary, I just lay my granny in the cemetery. I'm black, bitch, I live every day like it's February. God gave me life clarity, money over everything, even more than the air we breathe. Damn, it's all fake, even charity. No abiding by the rules, politic and had me fucked up. Cause it's all fake, even charity, I need clarity. Funk Uncle Sam, fuck the man who ruling on me. Told the government I'm out of school at 20. Now we celebrating black everything like they putting glue up on me. Yeah, I got a different attitude, I like altitude. Damn, who got the view up on me? Traffic talking on my celly. Traffic talking on my telly, cause I ain't phony. And I live in solitude, but I ain't never lonely. Yeah, adapt to the shit, whooping all these niggas like I'm Batman and shit. Dash to the cash in the back with a brick, passing the gas in the back of the whip. Excuse me, hold up, don't lose me. Fucking all these hoes like groupies. My life been a bitch, gon' do me. Add a little drink to the mix while I'm smoking on loose leaf. Chasing all these goals, man, my life been a movie. Blew 40 bands in the last few months, oh well, consume me. Yeah, I'm a vet, like shout out to a dog named Lucy. I've been singing all this shit since 18. A nigga had big dreams, go AT. Shout out to my auntie. Lately, I've been feeling like I need to get saved by the 18. Adam said the day go done, go evil, yeah. Shout out to my T.O. Shout out to a nigga named Rico, yeah. 10K to the trio. Adam don't need no amigos, ayy. Yeah, running through the money and it's all for the prize of the greed. I'ma make a pact, man, I'll stick it to my creed. I'ma buy a coat and they all move for the feet. I can see these hoes, man, I'm blind like a geek. Looking in the mirror, it's like I already see. I'm reliving life, I don't really wanna die, cause I know the ground coming for the beat. I can go out bad, man, I'm trying to change the past, it was calling me a freak. Now I got my foot up on the gas and it's green. Chasing all my goals to the team DG. This is not for show, this is bait to the toe. Man, they better go vote when I run for the throne. I'm a penny black, I'm in love with my own. Shout out to you if you tuned in, man. If you tuned in, you are the resistance. You are the core. This is the Blac Pill podcast. Man, yo, I told you guys about my handlers, man. My handlers came today and they tried to take me, bro. They tried to put me on that medication. I said no.
What the hell, bro?
Nah, I'm just trolling. Hey, man, we in the building, man. Make some noise. Make some noise. As far as I know, we're streaming on Instagram. Instagram, if it looks weird, I apologize. It is what it is, bro. Y'all gotta come to Facebook, but we on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, and Twitch. Ninja. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And we got a good show for you guys today. My bad for coming in here so late, man. I had things I had to handle. Y'all know what it is. Sometimes life be lifing, and you got to do what you got to do. But normally we start at 6. It's 8 o'clock right now. So, I mean, damn, my fault, y'all. My bad, y'all. My bad. But anyways, like I said, we got a good show for you guys today. Y'all sit back, kick back, and relax. We got Papoose clapping back at Remy Ma saying, you just called me yesterday trying to get back with me, and I said no. Ninja. There's something to be said about men and women fighting whenever they get, whenever they get divorced. Let me pull myself up. And if I look extra dark today, it's because there ain't no light outside. Hold up. Here we are. You know what it is. It's your boy. Y'all follow me all platforms. Follow the boy. I'm gonna be streaming all platforms soon once I figure it out as well. But like I said, we got a good show for you guys, man. I'm not finna go too fast. I got a couple things I want to discuss. Let's have a good time. Shout out to Facebook, shout out to YouTube, shout out to Rumble, shout out to Twitch. Let's get it popping. Shout out to Instagram too. All right, man. So first things first, we left off on here. Papoose alleging that Remy Ma cheated on him more than once. Actually, we didn't leave off on here. Oh shit. This just came out. So yeah, we're gonna discuss relationships today. Let's get it. Hold up. And shout out to everybody that y'all see here. Y'all get some free promo too. All my followers and stuff. 1 second. Let me see. Interact. All right, so here we go.
Since this whole situation happened, everybody know I never said nothing. The only time I said something was the last time when she tried to clout chase with the whole fake thing she kind of put on Instagram before. But ever since this transpired, I never opened my mouth, never said nothing because that's not my style. And also, I would never want to disrespect her. You know what I mean? Actions speak way louder than words. Initially, when it transpired, which was 2022, when she started dealing with the lane. But that wasn't the first time I caught her cheating.
Let's continue.
I've caught her cheating numerous times since she's been home. With the lane, the reason, but hold on, let's get to the point. We're gonna get to the lane later.
The lame.
You had the audacity to mention my child, and you had the audacity to mention me not seeing my daughter, when ever since I left, she has not allowed me to see my daughter. She's been straight miserable. Soon as something happens, the first thing they say to the fans is, you don't know me, right? Soon as something get out there bad that they don't want you to know about, the first thing they say is, oh, you don't know my life? Yes, they do. They know y'all know us very well. And the reason why I'm saying that is because don't allow none of these celebrities to fool you. When you hear a rumor that comes out, it's true. We are human.
Hey, bro, just like the regular folks. And that's why I do the show. I be trying to give game, bro. I be trying to give game and just think I'm doing this for fun. It's like, no, bro, I'm trying to give game, bro. I'm trying to give game. They are regular people. But I mean, it's cool to peek into their lives and stuff. But yeah, everybody's just entertainers. Shout out to Jay-Z and I think it was Justin Timberlake. What was the song? And we all just entertainers, and we're stupid and contagious, and we're all just entertainers. I think that's how it went. But yeah, at the end of the day, these people have feelings. These people live the same lives that we live. They just got a little bit more money. Here we go.
Just like y'all, the audience, the supporters, the fans. So now you have a person here who life has been documented for decades through the fans watching us, seeing when she got incarcerated. Watch me visit her every day for a year straight.
Damn, hold it down. Shout out to Pap, man. Shout out to Pap. I ain't gonna lie, that ninja held it down. This ninja held it down. Let's continue. Hold up.
Watch me bring her 35 pounds of food a month. Watch me hold her down. Watch me in the courtroom getting into altercations with court officers over her. Witness when she came home. Witness me go build the anticipation for her to come out of prison. Had a different artist do a drop every single day. Oh, the queen is coming. The return of the queen. Right? All the fans.
Damn, shout out to my ninja. My ninja sound hurt, bro. Damn. Yeah, bro, that love stuff, bro. That's why I don't really like it, but let's continue.
Witnesses her come home. Witnesses have the big wedding ceremony, followed our entire journey. Never trust a celebrity who erased their Instagram. You ever notice I never erased nothing on my page? All you gotta do is scroll down.
We're gonna let him finish, then we're gonna continue through the show, and we'll get back to this part.
The same page that
things.
she utilized today to lie for an hour straight and tell all these fabricated stories, the same page I created. You know what I'm saying? But that's neither here nor there. We'll get back to that later. I went to pick my daughter up from school. Everybody who know me.
Oh, well, there you go. Yeah, man. I mean, it's so weird, bro. The only thing I gotta say with it is, you know, it sucks sometimes as a man because people will tell you like, oh, if it's not true, you should just stay quiet. It's like, bro, as a man, I'm here to tell you in today's society, speak up, because if you don't speak up, they'll throw your name through the mud and end up destroying future business for you. That's what I have to say about it. And I've been in them situations with certain women that I've dealt with in the past. Imagine, I'm a youngin'. I ain't even older like these people right here. But yeah, a woman will turn around, and not all women, you know, we're governed by the terms some women, not all women. So some, and it goes for guys too. There are some people who try and throw dirt on your name, you know, try and shame you in public and all this stuff because they salty. My advice to you is to speak up and speak for yourself, stand up for yourself, because nobody else will. And everybody will agree with whatever came out first. But we have other things to discuss before we get back there, because that's the main event. I didn't expect that to pop up first. First things first, we got Megan Thee Stallion speaking out against Tory Lanez, saying, "Leave me the F alone, demon."
Meg Thee Stallion is stressed out behind this Tory Lanez and this whole new, I guess it's not even new, but it has a new light, this free Tory movement. She posted the TikTok yesterday following everything, right? All of these people doing these change.org petitions and saying Tory should be free and he didn't shoot her. And she said, at what point are y'all going to stop making me have to relive being shot by Tory? At what point are Tory and y'all fans going to stop lying? Like, how much?
Now let me stop it right here. Now first things first, I'm not a detective, but this is Law and Order with Blackout. So, me personally, you know, I'm not invested into the case. I don't know these people, but I found some information that would prove Tory's innocence. Now, of course, nobody knows me like that yet. I mean, I got somewhat of a following, but nobody knows me like that, so I can expose this information. And I'm going to prove to you guys today how Tory Lanez didn't do it. I know it's crazy, right? I got the proof. It's crazy. I feel like Whack 100. Shout out to Whack 100. I feel like Whack. I got the proof. Can you imagine? I got the mother flipping proof, but I'm gonna show you in a little bit. Hold on.
Is the check to keep harassing me? Why is this happening every day? 1 minute him and y'all said I was never shot. Now y'all letting him play.
Or no shade. Also, no shade to Megan. You know, I don't want the ninjas, you know, her goons to come for me and try and end me. So if y'all ever see something happen to me, remember, I ain't do it, bro. I ain't do it. I'm here to tell you right now, I ain't do it, bro. I ain't do it. There's no way. I'm not cut like that to hurt myself unless I'm working out. But besides the point, yeah, man, hey, man, if y'all see me disappear, bro, like I said, remember, it's just from exposing the truth. And I'm going to show you how the media works, too. I've told you guys the media is the fourth branch of unrestricted government. I have proof today. Watch this. Just keep watching.
In your face again and say I was shot, but it wasn't him. Oh, okay. I'm sick of this. Leave me alone. He ain't dare get on that stand and deny he shot me. That was his choice because he knows he did that. I don't give a F about a blog or a bot. Why in the F would me, Meg Thee Stallion, have to lie on this about someone shooting me?
Now, I don't know what happened. I know the term, or I know the saying, a hit dog will holler, right? I'm not saying she's a hit dog, but what I am saying is I got proof. Ninja, I have proof. So I'm gonna show you guys something. I have screenshots too, so when they delete it, you know, they can't turn around and say it never happened. So watch this, people. Watch this. So Megan Thee Stallion, shout out to Megan Thee Stallion. And I'm not a snitch. I'm a square. Shout out to the squares everywhere. Certified, ninja. Certified. Let me see. I gotta pull it up in photos. I got photos, right? I got screenshots. Let me see what this is about. Diddy's attorneys, blah, blah, blah. All right, I'm gonna use this photo as an example. So first things first, I have the timestamp footage from when Megan got pulled based off of the case, right? I have the timestamp footage from when she got pulled, like the police body cam footage. So the problem with the whole situation, to make a long story short, because you know I'm not in here early, the problem with the whole situation is based off of this case and based off of the text messages, somebody's lying or the text messages are being fabricated. Now watch this, people. Watch this 1 second. So right here, this is from the Shade Room teams. So the day that Megan got shot, and like I said, I ain't exposing nothing. I'm just saying, under one umbrella, my ninja, free Tory out this mug, man. Free Tory till it's backwards. free Tory till it's backwards. Cause look, the reason why I'm so adamant about this is because, gentlemen, you could be one of these people. You could be put in jail for something you didn't do. If you were put in prison for something you didn't do, wouldn't you want somebody to speak of your innocence to try and get you free? Now, I'm not saying I need to get Tory free. I got a big ass fly over there. But what I am saying is, look at this. So right here, and this is timestamp so you guys can see it. Shout out to everybody seeing this. Hit the like button, hit the like button. And if you want to, clip this and share this. It's your boy BA. This is for the core. Shout out to the core. Shout out to the resistance. So minutes after the shooting, because I'm going to make a long story short, minutes after the shooting, Harris texted Pete's security guard. This is Sunday, July 12th at 7:27 a.m. This is the first mistake right here. So look, think about it, people. Think about it. So either the media's lying, and this is where I told you guys the media can turn around and create a story about you and you won't know what's real and what's fake. And that's why I'm actually scared of the media. And that's why if y'all ever see anything happen, I'm here to tell you, I didn't do it. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. Because look, like I said, I'm gonna show you guys the body cam. The body cam footage of the police officer is at 11:34 at night. When they told Megan step out the car, and you know, she said she couldn't walk or whatever, that was in the nighttime. So based off of this screenshot alone, help, Tory shot Meg and handled me. 911. That's 7:27 a.m. How does it make sense that this happened before? Now you're gonna say, what date was the body cam? The body cam was the same day in the nighttime. How does that make sense? Tell me. Somebody tell me. Now look, let me show you where it gets even more scarier, because this is supposedly one screenshot, right? Harris confirmed Peterson shot Pete. First off, the timestamp's off, because right here, like I said, July 12th, 7:27 a.m., that's in the morning. This happened in the nighttime. So look, I'm gonna show you something else that's even more scary. First, let me use this right here. I'm gonna show you something else that's even more scary. Watch this. And this is the proof that the media can turn around and portray you a certain way. Here's another example. Watch this, guys. Another example right here. 1 second. This is another example of the same screenshots. Watch how crazy this gets. The same exact screenshots from another blog post. And this is where I'm saying where they're fabricating information about people. And you can be next. Scary times we live in. Now, I don't mean to scare you. Hold on. Let me play the music. I don't mean to scare you, but we live in some scary times, people. Watch this. Hold on, I gotta make it smaller. Somebody tell me, bro. Why is it so big? Hold up. 1 second, guys. 1 second. I gotta make it smaller. So look, these are the same exact messages, people. And the timestamp on this one right here is 4:27 a.m. Same messages. So either the media's making it up or Tory's making it up. Now, like I said, I have even more to reinforce my point. Do I have the other picture? I have the timestamp from when Tory responded saying whatever he said to Megan Thee Stallion right here. And like I said, I'm proving this right now. Y'all hit that like button. Tell everybody I did it. I solved the case. That don't make me a Fed though. Shout out to the Fed. Shout out to the pigs. I ain't a pig though. Shout out to the pigs. But look, listen to this. So look, later that evening on July 12th, 2020, Peterson texted Pete. What? Peterson texted Pete. Pete is Megan, that's her last name, apologizing for shooting her. Now look at this, guys. Look at this. And this is where I'm saying where you got to protect your neck out here. So I'm going to hide myself real quick because I have to show you. I'll put it right here. Right here, the same day, Sunday, July 12th at 8:59 p.m. Meg, I know you're probably never going to talk to me again, but I genuinely want to know. I want you to know I'm sorry from the bottom of my heart and I was just too drunk. Nonetheless, it should have never happened. I can't change what I did. What did he do though? I feel horrible. So let's say it's true. What did he do? Did he shoot her? Okay, cool. Let's say he shot her. So if he shot her, because the timestamp footage on the police body cam, and they said they rode for like 30 minutes before they got pulled over from what happened. The timestamp footage on the body cam is 11:34. So based off of 8:59 p.m. and 11:34, you mean she was gushing, bleeding profusely from a gunshot wound for 3 hours and nothing happened? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Now watch. Follow me. Hold on. I'm gonna show you guys the footage because I have the footage. So like I said, this is 8:59 the same day. Even when we go back to those last pictures that I showed you, 1 second. We go right here. We go back to the last picture I showed you. It doesn't make sense even if it was 4 a.m. Let's say it was 4 a.m. or 7 a.m. It doesn't make sense that this message right here comes out the way it comes out.
Because let's say it came out like that. Okay, cool. When did he get arrested? When did they get arrested for whatever happened? It was all on the same day. So how would it make sense that on the same day, whether it was 7:27 or 4:27 a.m. in the morning, first off, if it was 7:27, it couldn't have been 7:27. And the reason why it couldn't have been 7:27 is there would have been light outside. Even if the time changed, right? Let's say the time changed, it still would have been light outside. It would have been light outside. So somebody explained it to me. Now, the reason why I said it would have been light outside is because guess what? 7:27 in the morning is not the nighttime. So at 6, when the time changes, I'm saying daylight savings times. When the daylight saving time changes, right? At 6 o'clock is when the sun comes up. At 6 o'clock is when it goes down. Based off of the police footage, if it's at nighttime, that means this happened. Either this message right here is fabricated or the 4:27 message is fabricated. The reason why the 4:27 a.m. message is fabricated as well is because, like I said, he texted her at 8:59. So you mean he waited a whole day to text her? What about 11:34? What about 11:34? Now let me show you the body cam because I got the body cam. 1 second. Let me see. We're going to use this one. Hold on. I got the body cam, people. This is some crazy stuff, people. Like I said, if I disappear, I ain't do it, bro. Hold on. I'm going to pull it up. 1 second. 1 second. Let me go all the way up. And y'all hit the like button, bro. Crazy shit, people. Crazy shit. I've seen crazier, though. Nothing really excites me at this point. So look. Body cam. Right here. I'm going to stop it because... So look, right here, if you look at the body cam right here says 7/12/2020. That's July 12th, 2020. The timestamp is 11:34. We have to assume, and if you guys can't see it, I'll make it a bit bigger. The timestamp right there says 11:34. We have to assume it's the nighttime because if it was 11:34 during the daytime, regardless of daylight savings time, no daylight savings time, there would have been light if it was during the daytime. Ninja, I cracked it, Ninja. I cracked it. Hey, bro. Free Tory, bro. That alone. I'm like, bro, that alone. You guys could take those 2 pictures alone of the 4:27 and 7:27. Now, the question is, how is this possible, right? How is this possible? It's very possible. Did y'all know Canva exists? Do you know about Canva? You can turn around and take something and create. Y'all ever heard of people creating fake check stubs? I don't do that, though. Shout out to the scammers. Scammers know what it is. If you a scammer, you could do that, bro. If you a scammer, you could do that. The problem is, I don't think people are paying that much attention to the details, and they can really go subpoena the phones and find out whether or not it's true. But like I said, based off of everything I showed you, minutes after the shooting, Harris texted Pete's security guard. Supposedly the story was after 30 minutes, the police pulled them over. It doesn't make sense if it was 7:27 a.m. If it was 4:24 a.m., it doesn't make sense based off of the timing of everything. It doesn't make sense. It makes no sense. So, hey, shout out to Megan Thee Stallion, bro. Don't come for me, bro. Shout out to her. Don't come for me, bro. But there goes your story, people. There goes your story. Let's go back to Instagram. Let me see. And let us know what you think in the comment section. My bad if I ain't see nobody's comments, but let us know what you think in the comment section. 1 second. Shout out to Jack. We in the building. What up, Jack? We got Jack on YouTube. Yes, sir. Hey, man, I just cracked it, bro.
How y'all mad at the person that got shot? Facts are facts. He did it. It was proven in court. Let the hate, forget the hate campaign on the internet. Tory, you shot me. And
then look, I got even more. So with this video cam footage, we can show you that Megan stepped on glass that broke. Watch this, people. Watch this. Which did I make it? Oh, shit. I don't remember which one I made it. I'm trying to think. Fire and Ice. My bad. I got this cold thing in my head. I'm a little bit weird. I know that sounded weird.
But what the hell, boy?
Hold on. Fire and Ice. All right, so look. Listen, guys. I'm going to plug the volume up. You're going to hear the glass.
Hold your hands up. Okay? Come on, people guys here with their hands up. Hands up. All right.
Hold on. Let me see. I'll make it big.
Keep your hands up. Move back
Hold
to
on.
the sound of my voice. Move back. Keep going. Keep see your hands.
So look, if I stop it,
Show us your hands.
you guys can't really see it. I'd have to make it supersized. But if I make it supersized, if you look to the left right there, you can see the bottle. The bottle broke. So she dropped the bottle outside of the car and the bottle broke and then she stepped on the glass. Yeah, bro, like I said, scary times. This is proof, and I'm showing you guys this is proof because I don't want people to think I'm tripping or whatever, but that's the proof you need to know that the media can take an idea and persuade you to believe something, whether or not it's true. Now, like I said, everything I say is allegedly. What I'm saying may or may not be true. Both of those pictures may be doctored, but based off what I just showed you, we have to assume that we don't know what to believe, because right here, and then I turn around right here, these are the slideshow. By the way, this is the slideshow that her team came out with. Like, this is evidence that her team came out with, Ninja. That's her defense team coming out with this evidence. Do you see how crazy that is? Look, like I said right here, later that evening. How can he text her later that evening when it was at 11:34 at night, bro? Somebody make it make sense, bro. Make that make sense, bro. The body cam footage shows 11:34 at night. You mean past 11:34 when the timestamp's at 11:59? Bro, somebody explain it to me, bro. Somebody explain it to me, bro. Explain it to me. Can you explain that to me? Explain it to me. Explain it to me. Look, hold on. I don't know what this is right here. Like I said, explain this to me, please. Right here. Meg, I know you probably blah, 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 8:59 p.m. We put that away. Right here, 7:27 a.m. Meg, I'm telling you, bro. And they think nobody can see it, bro. But if you pay close attention, you catch them slipping. So anyways, we'll continue. Let's continue before we make this into a whole thing. I just want y'all to know, don't believe everything you see on the internet. Even me, question everything. I tell you guys, question everything until you have to question yourself. Then do some course correction, which we do on Wednesdays. But even me, question me, bro. Because I just am willing to beg the question, you know, how, why? Let's continue.
No new evidence. Y'all been saying the same thing for years. Tory, please leave me alone in all caps. If
on top of that, Tory hasn't said anything to her. This thing just poked up, dead quiet in prison, had to be transferred to another hospital. And somehow, some way, she's convinced that Tory's saying something to her. Somehow, some way, she had to get a restraining order on the ninjas who's in jail. Why would you have to get a restraining order on somebody who's in jail? Can somebody break that down to me? You see how crazy that is? That's the world we live in, gentlemen. So pay attention. Here we go.
Oh, she called him a demon, and she said, I'm off this internet stuff, bye. She posted that to her TikTok yesterday, because there's been so much, like, you got different political pundits coming out now saying that they want the DA's office in LA to revisit the case because he was railroaded, and there's a lot of conversation that's been happening.
He got stabbed?
Well,
what you mean? Yo, hey, gentlemen, use that as a learning example. Shout out to Just Hilarious, because she, you know, she's attractive, right? Shout out to Just Hilarious, but come on, bro. You mean what you mean all this because he got stabbed? Ninja gets stabbed 14 times to come say the same thing, bro. What are you talking about, bro? You got stabbed 14 times? The ninja's lungs collapsed, bro. They try to do him in, bro. You talking about all this because he got stabbed? Come on, bro. And nobody will feel it until it's somebody that look like you and the same thing happens to them. Then you start to be like, damn, that's crazy, that's crazy. Imagine, shout out to the women, shout out to the ladies who find their way to my page. What up, ladies? Shout out to the ladies. Ladies, imagine a woman stabbed you 14 times. Wouldn't you be tripping too? Wouldn't you want people to trip on your behalf as well? Let's continue.
I think his attorneys, they're his attorneys. They were smart to use, you know, him being stabbed as a, hey, his life is in danger. And not only is his life is in danger.
What are these people talking about, bro? Hey, bro, the Breakfast Club lost me, bro, since I was younger, bro. These ninjas just said on live national air, it was smart to use that as, hey, he's in danger. I mean, if you get stabbed up in a place where you live, wouldn't you consider that being in danger? I don't know. That's mind-boggling to me, people.
In danger, but we have new evidence now that shows he shouldn't even be there. So we need for you guys to listen to us because of what just happened to him.
Well, everybody in prison, their life is in danger, pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I mean. You get stabbed 14 times. Of course, your people going to say he needs to get up out of here.
He's innocent and he shouldn't be there. So if he dies, his blood is on the hands of the people that wouldn't let him retry.
I can understand Meg's frustration, though, because as I said, I think it's strange that a court case happened, due process, all the evidence that was presented in court, weeks and weeks of testimony and evidence, all that goes out the window because the driver allegedly.
Nope, not because the driver allegedly, because boom, we got the proof right here. And this is based off of her own team. And look, guys, I'm going to show you where I got the info from, because I got the info from the internet. This came from the internet. Let me go back to Instagram. 1 second. Let me go to Instagram. I'm going to show you guys right now. 1 second. So look, right here, boom. This information's on Instagram. This is from Instagram. What was it? Hollywood Unlocked? Hollywood Unlocked, the Shade Room. Let me do Hollywood Unlocked. Shout out to Hollywood Unlocked. Watch this, people. 1 second. So look, this information, these pictures I showed you guys, this is why I'm telling you, you can't believe what you see on the internet. So this is from Megan Thee Stallion's attorney. My bad, I'm seeing a fly. Megan Thee Stallion's attorney refuting allegations of new evidence and presenting a 31-page slideshow. So the same pictures that I just showed you guys came from her own defense team, Ninja. Kill this fly. Ninja, I just showed you the same stuff from her own defense team. I showed you the same stuff from her own defense team, and I showed you one thing that was different from a blog. And I just showed you guys right then and there. The case is corroborated. I hope it's the right word that I'm saying, corroborated. The same pictures I just showed you, I just made it so you guys can see it. I took screenshots so I could bring it here in case they try to delete it because they fucked up. And they did try to delete it. So look, in this post right here on Hollywood Unlocked, they have Tory Lanez admitting to the shooting. Now watch this. Follow me. We're going to go to the Shade Room Teens. Watch this. On the Shade Room Teens, if they still got it, let me see. Do they still got it? On the Shade Room team, same post. And this is where I'm saying where the media will turn around and paint an image of you and you'll sit there and believe it. Crazy shit, people. Crazy shit. So all them people that they call whistleblowers that come out, I'm not gonna say start believing all of them because some of them ninjas be tweaking though. They be tripping. But you gotta really question when some of these whistleblowers come out and then they disappear. And like I said, if y'all see me disappear, well, first off, I'm strapped up. But if you see me disappear, remember it's because I exposed this and share my story. I don't think I'm gonna disappear. But just in case, because you never know, because these people very adamant about protecting each other and all this weird kind of ish. So look, same thing, the Shade Room teams. Megan Thee Stallion's legal team releases evidence regarding Tory Lanez conviction. So the picture with Tory Lanez saying sorry, I got from the Hollywood Unlocked. This picture where I showed you the timestamp right here, where Kelsey Harris confirmed Peterson shot whatever, I got this from the Shade Room teens. So who would you believe? Because it's still part of the same stuff from the defense. So look, let me make it bigger so you can see it. Who would you believe? It's the same shit. It's the same shit, 7:27 a.m. And then I showed you another blog picture that said 4:27 a.m. They're lying, people. They're lying, and I just proved it. Scary shit, people. If you ever get caught up, people, and the media turn on you, bro, go ghost, bro. Go ghost. Go ghost. Nobody's going to believe you, bro, because they're going to paint an image of you. And that's exactly what's happening to Tory. And like I said, I'm hoping that the pictures that they're showing us is verbatim from the slideshow. Because if the pictures that they're showing us is verbatim from the slideshow, that alone can free Tory. One time for the umbrellas. That could free Tory alone. Because right there, it doesn't make sense. The time. Bro, look. The time alone doesn't make sense. And like I said, it's not that I care per se about Tory. Shout out to Tory Lanez. I'm just saying if I was in this situation, I would want somebody to try and defend my name. Knowing that most people probably won't because ninjas is soft now. Shout out to you soft ass ninjas. But yeah, bro. Yeah. Anyways, let's continue. I had to show that because, you know, I'm saying it in the comments. I'm like, yo, I just seen y'all switch it up. And, you know, people acting like I'm tripping. I'm like, bro, I'm not tripping. I said I was finna expose it. So I had to expose it. All right, anyways, more on relationships. We got domestic violence versus trafficking. A legal attorney breaks down Diddy's charges. Here we go.
Hey roommates, a lot of you all have questions about the actual charges in this case. You all are saying that this is a sex trafficking case, this is a racketeering case, not a domestic violence case. Well, the Shade Room spoke to a legal analyst who broke down all of these charges and spoke a little bit about where the prosecution is headed with all of the witness testimony.
So a lot of people are saying that from the testimony that they've heard so far, this sounds like they're trying domestic violence, they aren't trying sex trafficking. So from what you've heard and your knowledge about the case, what exactly do you think speaks to these particular charges?
Federal charges, it's important to note that they don't require violence to be random, but what matters is that it helped carry out the sex trafficking or organized crime. So prosecutors can prove that Diddy used threats, manipulation, or abuse to control his victims, Cassie and the Jane Doe, or exchanged sex for money, favors, or other benefits. And that could even include career benefits, right? Like career advancement.
Hey roommates, a lot of you all have questions.
Right? Like career advancement. And he moved those victims across state lines to make it happen.
Gentlemen, real quick, pull up to the front of the club, please form a circle. I wanted to tell y'all too, hey bro, I've been banned from certain companies, right? For fraternizing at work. And I'm here to tell you, don't fraternize at work. I don't care what that girl's telling you, bro. When push come to shove, bro, they'll keep her and fire you, or they'll fire you both. So don't fraternize at work, bro. And I know you ninjas ain't gonna listen. Shout out to the dudes that's gonna listen to me. Do not fraternize at work. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it, because you become a liability. If you're in a position of power and you find your way to my page and you own a company, don't deal with your employees. Don't get sexual with your employees. I have to say it, bro. I have to say it, bro. Don't do it. Don't do it, bro. All these situations we're seeing now are because of this. So look, think Diddy and Cassie, right? They were fraternizing. He should have kept it in the, kept it cordial, whatever, right? Another example. Shout out to Caribou and Lil Yachty, right? I'm pretty sure them ninjas. If you know Caribou, one time for Caribou, one time for Lil Yachty, I know you guys know Yachty. I know you want this for life. So look, they beefing now, right? Because of all this shit about music. Personally, I think they was fraternizing. Not my business though. Not my business though. So look, let me show you another one. Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion. They was fraternizing at work. They was working with each other, fraternizing. And proof of it, the baby. Shout out to the baby. He was in the mix as well. Like I said, gentlemen, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. I know it's hard. We got to practice some meat discipline. PP discipline. Yes, sir. PP discipline, people. It's tough. It's tough. It's hard because, we live in a society now where work dominates our life. So you'll end up dealing with the people that you deal with while working. Like majority, well, I'm gonna say now that I'm older, majority of the women that I've dealt with or I deal with, shout out to Black Madam. Whoa. Shout out to my alias. Shout out to my alias, Black Madam. But yeah, I met these women while I was working. You see what I'm saying? So I get that it's hard, but if you could find a way to not do that, maybe like, not working at your company, or if you can't help yourself, maybe, working at a different department where it can't come back, and y'all got to find a way to keep it on the DL, bro. Because if you don't, ninja, that's your ass, ninja. That's your ass. All right, let's continue.
And then ultimately, those actions fall squarely under the federal sex trafficking laws. The public might hear domestic violence, but the court hears coercion with the intent to commercially exploit. And the challenge is not the law, but it's the presentation in this case for the prosecution. Benefits, right? Like career advantage.
The bad part about it is, we can all, and gentlemen, this is what I'm trying to tell you, where you got to protect your neck. Unfortunately, the bad part about it, minus the domestic violence, all of us men can be in this position. So all of us men, if we try and help a woman that we're dealing with by providing her incentives in order for her to deal with us, or we want to deal with her on that level and she wants these kind of things from us, if we allow that kind of dynamic to happen, that's your ass. She could turn around and tell the court, and guess what? You coerced her, ninja. You coerced her. Scary times, people. Scary times we live in, people. Let's continue.
And he moved those victims across state lines to make it happen. Then ultimately, those actions fall squarely under the federal sex trafficking laws. The public might hear domestic violence, but the court hears coercion with the intent to commercially exploit. And the challenge is not.
Of course, Diddy is also charged with racketeering conspiracy. So how many people need to be involved in order for a charge to be considered a RICO?
So for a RICO, only one person needs to be charged, but the prosecutors will have to show that that person was part of a group or enterprise involved. So
they got that boy, bro. And that's why, look, bro, that's why the feds got a 98% or 90% conviction rate, because all they got to do is show that you have a business and you use your business proceeds to commit acts of terror. Not terroristic acts, but I'm saying like to commit crimes. So if you put $1 to $3, people, you take $1 to $3 and you put it towards something that may potentially be a part of a crime, they got you. And like I said, if you put it under the business, now your business is an enterprise. So guess what? Bad Boy Records is an enterprise. That's why on the other day on the stream, when we showed y'all, they was talking about, he still has about $400 million. They gonna take all the money you made, because in their eyes, it's quote unquote blood money. And that's what you see happen with all the gang banging ninjas that get caught up for their street gangs, because they're making money under an enterprise or under a name that they create for themselves, whether or not it's legitimate. If it's legitimate, it's still an enterprise. If it's not legitimate, it's still an enterprise. Let's continue.
In Diddy's case, the key question would be whether there's evidence that he was part of a network of committing a pattern of crimes, not just him acting alone, right? So his staff would be very important if they were helping him, aid him in.
And look, the crazy thing about it, right? Because the staff didn't make that much money, they don't care about the staff. They gonna get you. They gonna get the ninja with the most money and that made the most proceeds. Because the person that made the most proceeds is the person they can extract the resources from. And that's why I tell you, man, if you become a man of means in the future, don't tell people the money that you're rocking with, unless unfortunately you become one of these dudes. You become one of these dudes that, like a Elon Musk or like a Jeff Bezos, and everybody know what you got in your pockets. Bro, don't flex and let people know you got money. Stop flexing. Don't let people know. Don't let people know. Now I'm speaking, I ain't got no money. First off, y'all donate, bro. Hit the donation right there, bro. Hit the donation. At least hit the like button or something, my ninja. But yeah, it's like I said, bro. Don't let people know you got money. Now you could show all, you could dress up and all that, but if they ask, guess what? It was a gift. Hold on, my sound didn't go off. It was a gift. My sound didn't go off. My sound didn't go off. But yeah, it was a gift. 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 Oh, how you live like this? Somebody, people believe in me. I don't know, some bullshit, bro. Some bullshit.
In these criminal activities, if he was using his businesses to kind of mask what was going on.
Told you.
Could charges be brought onto his staff?
Depends on if they were being coerced, if they felt like they were pressured.
All right, so boom. Now you see why they put Cassie on the stand. So they didn't put Cassie on the stand for you ninjas to sit there and be in your emotions and in your feelings, crying about all the stuff she went through. And shout out to all the victims. We see all the victims. Don't get me wrong. Because Diddy was wilding. That ninja was tweaking. That ninja was moving like a modern day real-time Joker. That ninja was thugging. That ninja was moving like a gangster. But what I'm saying is this, they put Cassie on the stand to see if she was part of the whole thing, because she was finna go to jail while she was about to drop that baby. I know, hard to believe, but like I said, the feds play no games, bro. The feds play no games. They play no games. They play no games. So y'all gotta be mindful what you do. And I'm here to tell you, if you think you're getting over, I'm here to tell you, you're not getting over, bro. They're aware of what's going on at all times. You're just not a big fish in the water. Shout out to the gangbangers. Shout out to the gangbangers. You're just not a big fish in the water. Let's continue.
But I think that the mere fact that he alone is facing these charges, I don't think that they're willing to bring any charges to anyone else.
Of course, Diddy is also charged with racketeering and conspiracy. So how many people?
He was the mastermind. That's kind of what they're trying to depict here. And he used his companies and his staff and people around him in these patterns of criminal acts. He was the mastermind. That's kind of what they're trying to depict here. And he used his companies. And so what the video does is it shows physical violence, which helps establish coercion. And then it supports the prosecution's narrative that the violence was used to control and intimidate Cassie in this case. Important to note that video is not just evidentiary, like it actually is a very strategic move. Jurors are human and they respond strongly to visual proof. So the repetition here is to reinforce that what's on trial isn't just salacious hearsay, right? It's actually real and it's documented on video. So that's why the repetition of
the fucking fly, man. I'm trying to get that fly. Let's continue.
Showing it to the jury is so important and key here. So what
during a lot of the testimony, people have testified to Diddy's use of drugs. So does that help or harm his case? And then they also spoke, one of the prosecutors alluded to Diddy actually having bipolar disorder. So does that change things?
That's where the complexity comes in from a legal perspective, right? So legally, mental illness or drug use or abuse, in this case, can be used in several ways. It can be used to...
All right, man, little baby talking too much. Shout out to her. All right, a couple things before we get up on out of here, because I got to go make this money. We got Kid Cudi. Shout out to Kid Cudi. We got Kid Cudi responding to what he did today, which was snitching.
Hey, guys. So I just want to say, man, I've been seeing all the love and support, and I just want to say thank you so much, man. People have been hitting me up the past week, just checking in, and even today, and it really means a lot to me, man. You guys are the best. I love y'all. This is a stressful situation. I'm glad it's behind me. And, yeah.
Hey, bro, I'ma just say it, bro. Where the music at, my ninja? Where the music at? We want the music, bro. We ain't worried about what you doing, bro. We want the music. Shout out to you, though. We're happy you're safe and alive. We ain't know you had to go through that. Hey, Ninja, look at that fly. Y'all see the fly? Damn, I can't get that fly. Hey, so, yeah. Hey, Kid Cudi, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Somebody blow up your car, bro. You got to get it back in blood, my ninja. You got to get it back in blood, bro. Nah, I'm just trolling, but you got to do something, bro. Next time, tell the police and be adamant about that, bro. Don't let people play with you like that, bro. That's insane, bro. You know how much that car costs? I know you got it like that, Ninja, but I'm speaking from the perspective of not having it like that. Let me see. We got a couple other things. Relationships today. So, before we do that, we have influencers who have officially pulled up to Streamer University, and it's already getting lit. So I'm assuming that I didn't make it. Oh well, I didn't make it, bro. I ain't make it. I ain't see an email. We had did a stream or whatever. I ain't see an email. So let me check Twitch. Do I see Kai in the chat? I don't see Kai in the chat. Do I see Kai in the chat? I don't see Kai in the chat, bro. So it's looking like, bro, we ain't make it. But shout out to Streamer University. We still gonna give them some free promo. Nope, we ain't getting this copyright. So I'm gonna be the filibuster here, or the sound, if you will. So them ninjas in Streaming University. Hold up.
Everybody, I am Professor Cooking with Kaya. Cooking with Kaya.
Yeah.
Cooking with Kaya. Cooking with Kaya. Hi, everybody.
No.
Take your laptops and electronics out the bag if you got a hoodie.
No.
What I got? Oh, my bad. My name Professor Duke Dennis. My shit real self-explanatory, physical education. All I gotta say is just be ready and don't be late, man.
All right, shout out to them, bro. I'm a little salty. I ain't make it, bro. I'm a little bit salty. But shout out to Kai for doing something different. I respect the hustle. I respect the vision. We got Birdman. Shout out to these new ninjas that came out with their podcast, Jada Kiss and Fat Joe. One time for Jada Kiss, one time for Fat Joe. We got I guess we got an excerpt from their podcast. Here we go.
Birdman said he was with Tony Braxton for 18 years. She convinced him to get married. He did no paperwork. She got a divorce in 2 weeks and caught him for mega million.
Yeah, bro. Hey, gentlemen, I'm here to tell you, everything in life, bro, put a contract on that bid. Put a contract on that bid. Here we go.
He said the fix was in. This Birdman saying it. He's saying
he did no prenup?
He was with a no prenup. When we discussed this story in my house, people were saying karma. No, this ain't tabloid. No, I'm not standing on this. I'm not at the divorce, bro. I'm telling you what the streets are saying, and the Birdman said. The Birdman said he was with her for 18 years, married her, he had no paperwork. She got him. I don't even want to tell you the number.
Now, we don't know whether or not this is true. We're going to say this is allegedly, but damn. Took that ninja to the curtain cleaners, ninja. Here we go.
The number's the price of this building.
Price of this building.
Yo, no, they're serious. The price of a high rise in New York City. Let me tell you, I'll tell you a crazy story. I have a neighbor, very successful. So he wakes me up, says, Joe, come over to my house. We having a celebration. He had just sold his company for like 400 million. Everybody knew, it was everywhere. And his wife does the king, 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 king with the cup. And she gives the most beautiful speech. I love this man. This man's the greatest ever. 7 a.m. on Instagram, the wife files for divorce.
Yep.
Y'all wonder why I'm waiting to get married. Shout out to the married people. Whew. One time for the gangbangers again. I'm trying to teach y'all to stay out these streets. I have this gentleman right here. Shout out to this brother right here in this suit, looking fresh and dapper. Here we go.
You don't own shit on that block. That's not your block. Yeah. Stop claiming these blocks that you don't own a bike on, you don't own a car on, you don't own a motherfucking thing on this block. And you out here talking about this your block and you willing to die for this block. You look goofy.
Y'all need to hear that. Y'all need to hear that. Y'all repping the block. Y'all got the block tatted on you. Y'all need to hear that.
You sound goofy, and you raising the price of the neighborhood, and you destroying your community. You talking about this your block, this my hood. You don't even own nothing in that hood. Stop talking about this your hood and this your block, and stop being willing to lose your life over a block you don't even own nothing on. You don't even own a bike, a fucking scooter on this block, and you willing to kill a nigga about your block.
Hey man, welcome to the New Age America. What they call it? Oh, the New World Order. Welcome to the New World Order, where you will own nothing and you will be happy. That's the world we live in now. Hold on.
That's goofy shit. We gotta stop doing that. Keep talking about, oh, this my block, this my hood. Bro, you don't own nothing on this block or this hood. How the fuck is this your hood? What you own on this block? What you own on this street? You willing to kill a nigga by the street that you don't own a motherfucking thing on. You don't own a house. You don't own a fucking apartment on the street, and you willing to keep talking about this your block. That ain't your fucking block.
Yeah, you ninjas is tweaking out here. Shout out to Jay-Z. Shout out to Jay-Z. Jay-Z said, please don't die over the neighborhood that your mama renting. Take your drug money and buy the neighborhood. That's how you rent it. Bars. Financial freedom, my only hope. F living rich and dying broke. All right, let's get to the main event, man. Main event time. 1 second. Y'all hit that like button for me. I appreciate everybody who tuned in. And here we go. All right, so main event, like I said, the main event for today was about Papoose clapping back at Remy Ma. Ninja. And yeah, one thing I will say is society has traumatized me from even wanting to be in relationships, because the way everybody acts about it, it's like, what's the point if this is what's going to happen? We don't even have actual long-term committed relationships. We just have extra long situationships, if you will. Okay, so first things first. We got Papoose clapping back at Remy Ma. You called me yesterday, blah, 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 blah. Here we go right here. He posts confirmation that he has filed for divorce following Remy Ma's request that he retained a lawyer. He posted screenshots. You can't see the screenshots, and I can't either, but those are the screenshots.
Married in 2000.
This is what she said earlier.
2008. That's not who this is.
And
now.
tell us what y'all think.
Now he's a wife.
She said now he's a wife. And I mean, yeah, that's what happened. You know, the disrespect starts. Once the disrespect starts, people, is downhill from there. Now, like I said, if you can apologize to each other, okay, cool. But once you start taking it to social media and all that, my advice to you is just leave the relationship. It's not going to get better. They're going to do the same thing again if you allow them to get away with it the first time. So y'all got to just keep it cordial and keep it moving. Here we go.
Listen, this is what I would like. Papoose, you have my lawyer's information. If you can't afford to retain a lawyer, since your lawyer that the number you gave us has not been retained yet, I told you I'll pay for it. If somebody over there that loves you wants to pay for it, great. That will make me happy. Everything is signed and ready to go. I don't want nothing. I'm not even asking for child support. My daughter's school, her babysitter, her nanny, her gymnastics, her swimming, her dancing, her healthcare, her all of that. I take care of it like I've always done. I don't need anything.
Now, shout out to Remy Ma. She's a gangster, so we got to be careful what we say. We got to be careful what we say, because she could turn around and bring the Goonies after me. But, you know, everything that Remy Ma said, she pays for it. My question is, did she want to pay for it, right? And what I'm saying is, like, was it her choice to pay for it? Like, did she say, I want to pay for this? Because if that's the case, why are we bringing this up? Now, I don't know, and I should mind my business. But when you make your business public and available on the internet, everybody can say their opinion. And even me, in the future, y'all gonna hear them talking about me. They gonna talk about me like a dog. And guess what? I'm gonna keep pushing and persevering for success. Because you gotta have thick skin. You gotta have thick skin. Shout out to my dad. Shout out to Papa Blac. Papa Blac said, you gotta have thick skin. So I said, all right, if this the game I'm gonna play, I'm gonna have thick skin. And I mean, I used to get bullied by everybody that knew me back at the crib. And y'all know what it is if y'all watching now, because you remember them times, you remember them situations. Fucking fly. Let's continue.
Stop me married in 2008. That's not who this is now. Now he's a wife.
And then she proceeded to call the man she's married with a wife. That doesn't make somebody want to work with you, but let's continue.
This is what I would like.
Let's continue.
I don't care who brought up what. It's nothing for you to.
I ain't gonna lie though. If Remy Ma was like, whatever age she was like, I don't want to say, if she was a little bit younger, if she was around my age. Yes, sir. Let's continue.
Like, I don't want to talk about that. It's nothing to be like, so before you even start, like, yeah. We not touching on that. Let's talk about what I have coming up. If that's really the case. I don't care who.
All right. And then Pap came, like I said, we seen Pap came and defended himself on social media because that ninja ain't had no choice. That ninja was in a rock and a hard place.
Stop playing with me, sir.
And this just came out an hour ago. She says she makes it clear that she doesn't want Pap back. The woman that you knew is gone.
Oh, and you just filed that today. Look at the date. For anybody that just came in and just missed that, don't play with me, sir.
The sad thing about it, shout out to Remy Ma, right? Sad thing about the situation is when you marry somebody, that's a legally binding contract, people. So the reality of the situation is he may not have even wanted to sign it. You know, she might have pushed him into the corner to sign it and kind of coerced him to, but he may not have even wanted to sign it. And that's probably why he ain't signed it till today when she said something. But I digress.
Don't play with me. Nobody was trying to get you back. If I wanted to get you back, all I had to do was just listening to the cries and the pleading. I have that too. Want me to play the audio of you crying?
You see, hey, shout out, hey, they call black women queens. Shout out to the queens. Can the queens pull up to the front of the club, please? Can y'all stop doing that, bro? Hold on. Can y'all stop doing that, bro? Why, what? That doesn't make, like, does that make you feel strong as a woman? I'm confused, bro. Why you doing that, bro? So you finna embarrass him? Imagine you trying to embarrass a ninja because he was crying about wanting to be with you, bro. What world do we live in? This is the Twilight Zone. This is the Twilight Zone. Ninjas wonder why I'm cold. Gentlemen, I'm telling you. Shout out Steph is cold if you know who that is. Y'all gotta get cold out here in these streets, bro. That's why I'm cold like the Russian winter, bro. Because imagine I'm crying because I want to be with you, and you sitting there telling me I'm gonna go post you crying for the world to see. So you want the world to see me vulnerable because I cared about you? Hey, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on. Let me see. Hold up. Here we go. So this is what Pap said. Pap said, 1 second, y'all. Let me make it bigger so I can see it. He said this was so easy to file. This was so easy to file for divorce. Why hasn't she done it? Hashtag pump faking. The only reason I haven't filed previously. What? The only reason I haven't filed previously is for the sake of my daughter. She has to go to school. When two individuals behave like civilized adults, excuse me, you can get a divorce peacefully / privately. And that was my intentions. But when a person wants to be bitter and clout chase, it turns into a circus, which can lead to an embarrassment for my child. Hey man, that was a W comment. That was a W comment. He said, you just lied for an hour straight, but actions speak louder than lies. You just called me yesterday trying to get back with me and I said no. And then it shows that he filed today. I wanted to show y'all what he was saying earlier, but I don't know if I can find it. Let me see. I don't know where it went. Let me see. Hold up 1 second. The shade room? Maybe throwing shade. I feel like a little hoe too the way I'm gossiping on this social media stuff, bro.
What the hell, bro?
But this is my job now. Y'all hit the like button. That's my job now. It's my job now. I made a choice. Let me see.
When I type things in, people don't understand. Turn that camera on, ugly.
And now she calling him ugly, bro. Man, I'm telling you, you girls, bro. Now she calling him ugly. Hey, gentlemen, I'm here to tell you, bro, don't lose your morale if your girl call you ugly or if your ex-wife call you ugly, bro. I'm here to tell you, bro, as a man, when you get older, bro, you don't need to look sexy, okay? I have to say it, bro. No Diddy. You don't have to look sexy, bro. You just gotta have you some money. Have you some money and you can have your way in this world, okay? Money, power, respect over everything. Money, power, respect over everything.
What the hell, bro?
Let's continue.
And tell your lies. Don't type your lies. Tell them. Speak. While people talking to you, you reading comments, you can't keep up with them if you do that, right? I'll wait. Because I've been sitting by my phone all day because I know you can't take the L.
Hey, man. Hey, I told y'all, these people Looney Tunes. This some narcissistic behavior right here, people. Jesus. She says she been sitting by her phone all day waiting, bro. What was I going to say? I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, I pray to God, may a love like this never find me, bro.